Hello everyone and welcome to VRML channel 2. Tonight we are bringing you a few more games. And of course, as usual, it's me Ollie, and joining me is our wonderful Wolfo doing the cams, doing the work. So sorry for the slightly late start. We had a bit of issues, but it looks like we're good and running now. So for our first game, we're going to be bringing you Oni versus Terraformed. Oni being on the blue side, Terraformed on the orange side. And it looks like we have had a pause immediately right as they readied up. So hopefully we can get unpaused soon without any more delays. But in the meantime, how's everyone doing in the chat? And what are your guys' prediction for this game, I guess? Who do you think is going to win? Do you think it's going to be a close one? And so on. I mean, what are you guys thinking? Alright. Looks like we're on pause now, so we'll be getting into this first round of the first match. Terraformed going against Oni. Terraformed is orange, Oni is blue. And rolling out will be, looks like Terraform getting there first. Welsh getting the headbutt, but straight in the hands of Denson. Denson goes for the clear right back, and chasing it down is that Terraform stack. Cobra picks it up with his stack partner Requa. Now sending it through to the hands of Welsh. Welsh sends that one all the way through. Back into the bubble of Oni. As now it nearly goes in, just a little bit off, as now Adam Sandler headbutts this one into the hands of Puncty. Puncty gets stunned out by Cobra, and Cobra getting a bit of ghost grabs on the ground, making his way in though, and not able to get past Sebi as he just jumps at the perfect time, but Clown receives, or intercepts that clear rather, sends it right back into the bubble in the hands of Welsh, who gets stunned out by Adam Sandler, and Adam Sandler tries to go for the clear, not quite going to be out though. And recovered again by Welsh. Welsh now going up, trying to go up to his teammate, not quite going to connect. Adam Sandler over a bit of a 360 clear, but not quite out either as a slap pass comes through up to Rico. Rico going down to the ground, doing a bit of, you can take that shot, but Adam Sandler denying that one again, but again, straight back into the hands of Clown. Clown now over to Rico. Rico trying to go forward. Will be in the hands of Welsh. Welsh going for the shot. And eventually it will be Terraformed scoring the first two of the game. 2-0 now in favor of Terraform, as Oni will take Joust advantage.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You guys are voting for Terraformed. I mean, Terraformed having the strongest start right now, it seems like, keeping most possession and eventually getting that goal. As now Denson receives the pass, Denson going down, trying to go down to Adam Sandler, not quite going to connect as it is recovered by Clown. And his stack partner does go off the head of a teammate. As Puncty recovers it, sends it further down, not quite going to be connecting to wherever that was going, aside from the ground. As Adam Sandler takes a shot, but just a little bit off, just slightly off on the bounce. As Denson recovers it, sends it forward to Puncty. Puncty going across to Denson again, and Denson taking the shot for the 2 times. Game up now, 2-2. So it's looking decent. They had a nice, decent 1-2 play going there, passing it back and forth and eventually into the goal. So Oni are not out quite yet, showing that they are a strong team, and they know how to get through your defense, I guess. Is Clown now sends it up to Welsh. Welsh going down over to Cobra VR. Cobra doing a spin. We'll send it all the way forward up to Rico. I'll try to, but just a little bit off. Rico won't be able to pick that one up, but instead it will be Denson trying to get it out, but gets stunned out. Adam Sandler recovers it instead, as now he's making his way forward, going across to Denson. Denson just out of reach of his hands as Adam Sandler slaps this one through, but Welsh with good positioning, able to intercept that one and send it right back into the Oni side, as now it'll be picked up by Cobra via Cobra doing a bit of juking, but Sebi won't fall for it as he gets the steal off and he gets the clear off as it comes all the way through. Again, back in hands of Cobra. Cobra just barely dodging at the stack. Going for the clear, but Adam Sandler intercepting that clear as he will send it forward. Will be Rico now trying to send it out. Will be actually past that backline defense and all the way back out. Now into that Oni side, a loose disc, and it looks like Denson gets a stun off and gets there first. Doing a bit of juking, trying to send it out, but not quite through as it takes a hit off the Geo. Will sail past some of the defenders though, or rather the offenders in this situation. The attackers, and now Rico goes down, attempts to go down, but takes a hit off the shield as Sebi looks to send this one right through, and it will go through. That stack from Oni is there, chasing it down. It will be Denson picking it up. Denson getting pressured from behind. He sees the players. He's getting pressured by 2 players. Goes for the shot for the 3. A bit of good communication there as It looks like they stunned out the goalie, and then Denson was able to take the shot nice and quickly. So now is Oni taking the lead by 3, 5-2, as it'll be Terraform taking just advantage, and it's looking like a fairly even match so far. I mean, it's going back and forth quite a lot. No one team is dominating. At first, it was Terraformed a little bit, you know, keeping it in the Oni side, but now Sebi goes for the long shot, just a little bit off as it sails back in hands of Sebi again. Sebi now going down to Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler going across to Punkty. Punkty going below to Denson. Denson trying to go up to Adam Sandler, but just a bit off as it will just bounce into the hands of Sebi again. Sebi getting pressure will go across over to Punkty, but Punkty being covered by Cobra. Cobra will get the stun off and steal, as that is back in the hands of Clown. Clown may be looking for a shot off the wall, but that quick stack there from Oni will deny anything as he send it right back. And now chasing it down, Oni gets there first. Adam Sandler with an open goal takes the shot, and that will just ding off the top. That would have been a nice, strong lead if it was another 3, as now Adam Sandler receives the pass again. Going for the shot off the backboard, maybe picks it up again and puts it in for the 2. So now it's Oni in the lead by 5. Getting a strong lead here. And it looks like they're coming out as slightly the stronger team so far, or at the moment. You know, they're intercepting these clears. That stack was pretty fast that they had, and they got the goal off of it. So now it is Terraformed again. Clown sending it up to Welsh. Welsh now down over to Requa. This Requa just making his way forward, going maybe taking the long shot. Actually, it's just a pass to Cobra. Cobra with an open goal takes a shot, but gets stunned out just in time to miss that one. As now Denson looks for the clear, but Welsh is dead to intercept that one. And he will send it. Tried to send it forward, but Adam Sandler quickly recovers and tries to send it out. We'll just take some bounces though and bounce up to the top in the hands of Adam Sandler, who will try to clear it, but again, Welsh at that backline. They need to figure out a different plan rather than clearing it into the hands of Terraformed all the time. Sebi now looking for a clear again, and this time it will take a bounce, but it will be through as that stack also goes through. Adam Sandler picks it up on an open goal, takes the shot, but that was just going to be a bit low. And bouncing up again into the hands of Punkty, who just get pressured by Clown. Clown will be able to recover, and now looking for the clear, which will be right back into Oni's zone. So nearly actually a shot, just a little bit wide. As Cobra now goes for a shot again, just dinging it off the bottom. Recovers it, doing a bit of juking, making his way into the bubble, going below the goal, but just a little bit off. That teammate not quite able to reach it, as it just is cleared out now by Sebi. So it looks like Terraformed is getting a little bit more time in the Oni side, but Oni is able to capitalize off these goals a bit more, as that shot just goes up to the ceiling and picked up again by Terraformed. But you see, like, they're having more time, it seems like, in the Oni side, but they can't quite capitalize off of any missed clears or anything. They have it in their side, but they can't get any goals, it seems. And whenever Oni gets into their side, you know, they're able to most likely get a goal, which is looks like that's why they're in the lead. As now Adam Sandler steals it off. Rico gets a stun and sends it right back. That'll be all the way back again into the side of Oni. As it is again recovered by Clown. Clown making his way into the bubble, looking for his options. Will go across over to Rico. Rico now going for the shot actually, but just a bit off as it just bounces back out into the hands of Welsh. Welsh slapping this one forward in the hands of Cobra. Cobra making his way in, going for the shot, and is able to slide it past the goalie for the 2. So Terraform looking to close that gap a little bit. Now just a 3-point lead to Oni. Still a fairly strong lead with less than 2 minutes remaining, because not a lot of 3s have been scored, and it's either Oni will hold Terraformed off enough that they can't get the second goal, because if they want to do this with 2s, they need 2 2s or just 1 3. So at most they'll need 2 goals. At minimum they'll need 1, obviously. And if they can't get the 1, they'll need to get the 2s, and if Oni is able to hold them off long enough, they'll only be able to get the 1. So if it's a 2, then they'll be a bit screwed. As now Clown going below. That would have been a clean play, but just a little bit off, as Denson is able to, I believe that was Denson, sends it through. Picked up by Sebi. Sebi going for the shot. That would have been devastating if that was in, It's now the Oni stacks rather, missing that one. But Sebi able to slap it away and recover it, making his way forward. Now, less than a minute remaining. If they get a goal off here, it could look like the end of this round going to Oni, but still a bit of time for Terraform to make their comeback. As now the pass comes through, the bounce pass coming through. Not quite going to connect as it is slapped back out again by the side of Terraform. Punkty getting stunned out, not quite able to dodge the stack. He does get the slap away just in time though, as now is slapped away by Cobra VR. Cobra's able to send this one all the way through, but that stack from Oni is there first. Adam Sandler just holding it. If he loses it, as I say, that Rico able to intercept this clear. Now going down to the ground, they need to get a 3 here. Otherwise, yeah, they definitely need to get a 3. Otherwise, it'll be over as Denson saves that one. A very nice save. Gets to clear out. 15 seconds remaining. It needs to be a 3. Otherwise, they cannot tie it. If Oni gets a goal here, and looks like they won't, as Sebi panics a little bit, misses the goal. But nonetheless, Welsh picks up and sends the clear, but not enough time for them to score the 3. So it'll be Oni taking this first round, 7-4. A 3-point lead out. Might seem like a small lead, but it's what won them this game. Though they have been, literally, that was the only 3 that they scored, which was scored by Denson earlier. That's the only 3 that has been scored in this entire game so far. Other than that, it's just been 2s. But looks like an even match so far. Like, they've both been going a bit back and forth most of the time. But like I said earlier, what separates them, I think, is only able to get them goals when they get in their side. Terraform just maybe panic or lose a disc, and even though Oni can't quite clear it out most of the time, Terraform can't really get the goals either, it seems. And, you know, they're just not able to get those points, and that's probably what won Oni that game, was just they were able to actually get those goals whenever they got into the bubble. What was Adam Sandler's name before the one he has now? Avdash. Weird hearing Adam Sandler pick that up, yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess it's a bit funny to hear that. Yeah, it's Av. He changed his name to Adam Sandler for whatever reason. I think it was by accident and he couldn't change it back, but you'll have to ask him for the full story. I don't quite know the story behind that. But we will be getting into this second round now. Oni versus Terraformed. As the second round begins, and is Oni there with a strong headbutt coming out those tunnels. Picked up again now by Punkty. Punkty sending this one up to Adam Sandler. Adam going up to Denson, and Denson for the shot, but just going to be dinging. Recovered by Sebi. Sebi off the backboard. And Oni with a strong start, scoring within 15 seconds. For the 2 will be Oni, with the early lead by 2 points as Terraform takes just advantage.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Clown now, just taking his time, like he has been doing, it seems. Trying to bait that stack in a little bit from the Oni side so that he can get the pass off, and he does just that, and the stack actually does break up. So an opportunity for Terraform to move forward as well. She may be looking for the shot, or it is just a missed pass. Denson getting the block off on that player. Will try to send it through, but Clown in the mid again, able to recover it, but back in the hands of Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler going up to Denson. Denson clearing it through, but Welsh is there again. This is what I was talking about. Terraformed, or rather Oni, struggles to get it out, as that slap nearly going in. But yeah, Oni struggles to get it out, as they actually do get it out here. But Terraform can't get the goals off. They could have had the goal there, but the player went for the slap and dinged it. As now Cobra sends it right back. Doesn't look like Oni gets much time in the side of Terraformed either. Like, but they can get the goals off of it. But like, they send it to the Terraformed side. Sebi has it now. Sebi looking for the pass or the shot. Not quite sure what that was, but there was a goalie, so I didn't expect the shot, as now Terraform sends it right back. Now they do have an opportunity actually going for the backboard, but again, probably some miscommunication, just not quite knowing if they're covered or not, if there's players on them, and, you know, just taking a panic shot. As now Sebi steals this one, looks for the clear, and that one will be all the way through. Both teams missing it, as Cobra does get the slap off. Won't quite go through as he gets a second slap, but bounces right back into Terraform's side. As now Clown picks it up. We'll just swing it backwards as he does get stunned out. Cobra VR though picks it up and looks for the clear, and this one will be all the way out back into Oni's side. Oni is there first. Sebi picking it up for his team. We'll clear it right back, and now we're seeing a lot of back and forth, except this time Denson is on the Terraform side, sending the shot in. I think it was actually in, but Rico just there in time, able to pick that one up as now Welsh sends this one forward. Will take some bounces, but in the Oni side nonetheless, as it picks up by Clown. But Sebi steals it just in time as Rico now recovers it for Terraform and sends it down to Cobra. Cobra taking the shot, but gets stunned out just in time to not make the shot, as he does not recover it. Punkty instead slapping this one forward. Sebi going for the clear and boost strategy as Adam Sandler recovers it off the wall and puts it in for the 2. So now Oni 4-0. Terraform taking that jazz advantage again. So it looks like Oni are looking to take this in 2 rounds. Terraform seem to be struggling with putting on their points at the moment. As you know, they seem to have more time in the Oni side, but they just can't get any points. As now Adam Sandler picks it up again. Goes for the shot, but just going to be high. Picked up by Denson for the 2 again. 6-0 now in favor of Oni. Oni really piling on some points here now. They're gaining some momentum. Definitely wanting to take this round, to take this game in 2 rounds. Don't want that third, because that third, you know, the extra pressure, because it's your last chance and so on. As now Clown will send that pass over to Rico. Rico sending that pass up, but Denson able to intercept that one and send it right back. Now it looks like Oni is just able to constantly get it back into Terraform side. Terraform not having a lot of time in the Oni side, actually. As I say that, Welsh going for the shot. Still should be a bit wide and picked up by Punkty, who will look for the clear. Not quite out though. Cobra sends it down. Taking a bounce off the Geo though. He is able to recover and get the slap pass up to Rico. Rico now going across the Clown. Clown going down below to Cobra, and Cobra taking the shot, but just a bit wide. Recovered by Rico, but off the head of Denson. As now the slap does come through again off, as it is now slowly going to be out as Adam Sandler gets a headbutt clear out. And it is back in the Terraformed side and picked up by Denson. Denson looking at his options. We'll go up to the backboard, and Sebi puts in for the 2. 8-0 now. You see, I think Oni seems to be a bit more calm in their side, or when they're on offense rather, because they're just setting up their plays well, whereas Terraform, we're seeing a lot of slaps, panic shots to try, you know, hit it off the backboard or whatever to try and get the goal. And I think they're kind of starting to feel the pressure a lot more, because they lost the first round. So if they lose this round, it's over, right? And being 8 points down is not the best look, I guess, when you lost the first round. It's not looking the best. But they still have just under 5 minutes. They just gotta relax, because if they feel the pressure, they're just gonna crumble, like it seems like they're starting to do now. You know, slap passes, or not slap passes, but slap shots, panic passes, missed passes. You know, they need to be connecting and actually getting some points. They're getting plenty of chances. They're getting into the Oni side plenty of times, but just not able to get points off it. As now Clown sends it across to Welsh. Welsh going for the shot. It'll just be a bit off as now it bounces into the hands of Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler just able to get that out. Not quite though, as Clown recovers it again, and we'll try to send it forward, but Denson able to stun him and recover it, sending it back into the Terraformed side. As now it is picked up by Sebi. Sebi stunned out by that Terraform stack. Welsh, Rico, and Cobra VR looking for that triple stack, triple clear and boost. As now Welsh picks it up, maybe going for the long shot. That'll just be a little bit off though, as Adam Sandler recovers it again and sends the clear all the way back through into the Terraformed side. And it looks like Terraformed players just getting stuck on the blocks there. Eventually Cobra will pick this one up though. Not quite get it out, as not sure what happens there, but the backward shot being saved by Clown. Clown with a good save. We'll try to send this one out. We'll just go in the hands of Welsh. Welsh going for another long shot. Not sure if that was on, but this one will be on. So now Terraformed looking to put some points on. And now only 5 down. So 5 points down with just about 3 minutes remaining when they come out of these tunnels. They need either a 2 or a 3 or 3 2s or 2 3s, whatever. If they get a 2 and a 3, it'll tie up, and another 2 options, they'll have the lead as now that player disappears for whatever reason as the pass tries to come through. So it looks like they have another chance, and Rico will score this one in, closing that gap. Now just a 3-point lead again. So it looks like Terraformed are still in this. They are making their comeback. They just need 1 to 2 goals more to take the lead or tie it up. And they'll be still in this, looking to take it to a round 3 or maybe an OT in the second round. As Oni, all they need to do is they just need to keep possession and preferably keep it on the Terraformed side. As now I say that Terraformed and their stack will steal this one. Look for a clear and dribble, a dribble boost. Clown taking the shot. That'll just be a ding though, and recovered by Welsh. Welsh dinging it again. As he recovers it again by Welsh. Welsh going for the shot again, but it'll be off again. Picked up though by, looks like Rico will be on the back line there to recover it. For Terraform, maybe giving them another shot to stay in. This as Clown gets stunned out. Good coverage there from Pumpty. A good read. As he does send this one out again. Back into Terraformed side. If they score anything, especially a 3 in this, then it could be looking bad for Terraformed as the clear does come right back through. It is picked up by Adam Sandler, who just barely gets it off as the stack comes in, but that Terraformed stack chasing it down. They want to take this back, and that missed shot coming through, that could cost Oni this game if Terraform pick this up, and they do. Cobra VR trying to get it out. Will be in the hands of Adam Sandler though. Adam Sandler going down to Denson. Denson going below to the goal to Sebi, and Sebi putting this one in for another 2, regaining that lead of 5. So 10 to 5 now. They'll have exactly a minute when they come out of this tunnel. They need to score either 2 3s, a 3 and a 2, or 3 2s if they want to stay in this. You need to bring it to a round 3 or an OT as they mess up that clear. It will be in the hands of Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler sending this one forward. Terraformed is running out of time. They really need to get something done fast as now Clown sends it out back into Oni's side. That stack is there for Oni, or for Terraformed rather. Cobra VR going for the shot, but saved by Denson. Denson's not letting them get any chances on the goal. As now Sebi recovers it again. Looks for the clear, and that will be all the way back out. Back into the Terraformed side. And less than 30 seconds remaining. I don't think Terraformed really has much time left to make a comeback anymore. But as we get down to these 15 seconds, they don't have any more time. So unless they can score a 5-pointer, you know, Oni will be taking the second round, and they'll be eventually taking this game, as well as Clown finishes off with a nice cut pass, and that's what they needed throughout the whole game. That's the kind of plays they needed, but instead they were panicking and feeling the pressure, and they just messed up a lot of shots, a lot of passes, and I think that's mainly what cost them the game in this. Like, if they had more of those kind of passes, those calm passing plays, which, you know, are good, like the cuts, then they could have had this, maybe brought it to a 3rd. But nonetheless, it will be Oni taking this round in 2. So fairly close. It looked like a fairly even match. So it'll be nice to see these 2 teams verse again sometime in the future. Maybe Terraform can take the game against them next time if they do face off again, which I'm sure they will. But with that being said, that will end off our cast for the first game. So we do have a bit of a break, about 20 minutes before our next game. So we'll just end off the stream here for a moment, but count it as a bit of an intermission for 20 minutes. 20 minutes for time to get yourselves some snacks, because the next one coming up is Everest v Envy, a good master match. Sounds like a good one. Hopefully it should be a good one. So get your snacks, get your drinks, whatever. You don't want to miss this one, and we'll see you shortly.
And we're underway.
Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR.
Hello everyone and welcome back to VRML Channel 2 for our next game. We are bringing you Envy going against Everest, a Master Tier matchup of course. So this should be a pretty nice matchup, and of course it's me Ollie, and joining me is our wonderful Wolfo still on the cams, putting in the work so you can actually see this hopefully wonderful game. So two Master Tier teams. Like, I feel like it's probably going to be a close match. I mean, they were both in the Master Tier last season. They both have high level players, obviously, because they're both in the Master Tier again. And Envy, of course, being known more this season for being able to beat Gravity. So we'll see if that was a one-off and if Envy can keep, playing real well which I'm sure they can, but I mean, in the sense of how Gravity was before, when they were beating everyone. But we'll see if Everest kind of takes the spotlight a little bit and, you know, beats Envy, and then maybe they could go up against Gravity. Maybe they'll have a chance against Gravity. So we'll just have to see. And both teams actually have slightly different playstyles, right? Like Everest has a bit more of a slower playstyle, whereas Envy has a slightly faster one, especially with their first original roster. That's where they had really fast jousts, which I'm pretty sure they still have. And anyway, we're going to be getting started into this first round. Envy versus Everest. Envy on the blue and Everest on the orange. And as we get started, it is Everest getting there first. Bad Elmo sending it up, but not quite connecting with Martin. It's now Teniles. Picks it up, goes across the BK, maybe a missed shot or a missed pass, unless it goes into the hands of Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo now looking for the clear. Now will be all the way out. Yogsy is through. Yogsy has an open goal. He takes a shot and starts off. Everest take the lead by 3. So an unlucky start for Everest because they missed what they usually do, the quick pass straight away. But Envy screwing up their opportunity on the goal and goes straight back in the favor of Everest, as now the clear does come through all the way through. It'll be picked up by Yogsy again. Yogsy looking at his options, maybe looking to get stacked with Bad Elmo and do a bit of dribbling. Bad Elmo does just actually decide to split off of him, and as he does also receive the pass, Bad Elmo going back to Martin the third. Martin the third getting pressure, just barely gets the pass. So Bad Elmo up to Yogsy, and Yogsy placing it in for the 2. So I said earlier they had a bit of a slower play start, but looks like they've changed that up a lot, as now they're playing a lot faster. They're just taking a couple passes and then they're able to cut through Envy's defense already and get the goals. So now Envy with the joust advantage. Tozis to QB will fake the stack and send it below to Teniles. Teniles going back to Tozis. Tozis doing a bit of juking, sends it back down to Niles. Niles just missing that pass, just a little too high, but it will be recovered not by that Envy player, but instead by Yogsy again. Yogsy now going for the clear and boost, looks like, but Envy is there first. Niles picking this one up. We'll get pressured and we'll be able to release it just in time as BK picks it up, sends it low. Maybe looking for a shot off the ground, but actually to put it in for the 2 for Envy's first 2 of the game, it will be Bad Elmo, assisted by Yogsy. Of course, a headbutt coming through there, an accidental headbutt off the teammate and into the goal. So we'll see just how much that cost them, as now Everest takes the joust advantage. It'll be Martin the third getting out first and the rest getting stuck in the tunnels. Looks like Everest not quite warm, as now Martin actually loses it. Picked up by Yogsy, that stack coming in, losing it. And just like that, Envy able to tie this game up, now 5-5. Looks like Everest started off well. They had the good quick plays coming out, but now it looks like they kind of, I don't know what's going on. They're messing up. They had that headbutt, and then only one player got out of the tunnel at the speed they wanted to. Now it looks like they have a better joust by the Elmo. Sends it up to Conrad. Conrad now across, but again, Envy now picks it up to Niles, going for the shot, and he sinks it. Envy in the lead now by 3. So Everest rather, looks like they got the first pass off, but the second one quite wasn't there, and Envy just straight pouncing on them, able to capitalize, and boom, they're scoring a 3. So Everest looked on point, but they kind of just looks like they've gone a bit downhill. You know, a couple of mistakes, as now Stoti able to get the read and get the shot, and oh no, this game started off close, but Envy's just piling on points now. A lovely read there from Stoti, and I believe that was a stack that chased that pass down. I didn't see the second player that was there, but now 6 in the lead is Envy, 11-5. Again, Everest screwing up their joust as Bad Elmo, just taking his time this time. You can see Envy on the mini-map, an aggressive defense. Everyone's up past midfield, which might cost them, as Bad Elmo sends it right through the mid. We'll go in the Envy side now. A race for the disc, a race for possession. It looks like Conrad is there first, but quickly Following is BK with a headbutt out and in the hands of Tosis. Now Tosis stacked with his teammates, goes in the hands of Yogsy, but Tosis steals it right back as he sends it forward, looking for the long shot, but it's just going to be a little bit wide. As now recovered by Martin. Martin losing it and in the hands of Niles, who'll place it in for the 2. Now 13-5, a lead by 8 points to Envy. Envy really showing what they're made of, you know, as the team that beat Gravity, so you gotta expect some strong plays, and that's definitely what we're seeing right now. Is again good reads on the jousts, as Everest able to complete a joust. Finally, Martin sending it up to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo going back to Martin, and that's what Everest had early on. That's how they need to keep going. As now they're trying to close that gap. 7 points to the side of Everest, 13 still to the side of Envy. Everest need to keep going like that. They're quick plays, they're quick passing plays, and just a quick cut and get it in. They need to just have successful QBs. If they don't have a successful joust advantage, then, you know, Envy just piles on the points. Like, if you make a mistake, Envy's just going to be there and pounce on that. As now Tosis sends it down to Niles. Niles looking on an open goal, will sink it. The defense just not quite there, just a little bit unaware maybe of the disc positions or how well they can cover the line of sight on the goal. So yeah, another 3 coming in from Niles, as it is now a 9-point lead to Envy. Everest will go for the joust advantage. It'll be Conrad sending this one forward to Yogsy. Yogsy going across, but that player is covered, so it'll be back in hands of Yogsy again. Yogsy going up and down, goes up to Bad Elmo, but down to BK, as now BK looking for a clear back out, and it will go back out. That Envy stack looking to chase it down, and it will be Niles there first. Niles going again for a shot, but this one's just going to be a little bit off this time, as now Tosis recovers it and goes for a shot of his own, just dinging off the rim there, as Niles picks it up, sends it up to Stoti. Stoti getting pressured, will just take the shot again, and another 2 points. Now Envy 11 in the lead with just under 4 minutes remaining, or rather 3.5. They could be looking at enough time to get into that Mercy territory. If they keep piling on points like this, then they'll be there in no time. Is now Everest again, joust advantage. Looks like they sped it up a little bit more, even as Yogsy now sends it down to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo not quite able to pick it up though, as BK recovers, trying to clear it out, but Conrad with a nice intercept sends it up to Yogsy. Yogsy making his way into the bubble, goes for the shot, and a good bit of communication there, stunning out the goalie, and Yogsy able to take the shot for the 2. So now looking to close that gap a little bit more. Just a 9-point lead now to Envy. Less than 3 minutes remain, so Everest have to keep going fast if they want to keep putting on the points and, you know, hopefully tie it up and take this first round even. That would be a good turnaround, as now Tosis takes a QB. Just taking it slow again, trying to fake out that stack, and he'll send it across to Niles, as he does get a stun out on that stack. That's how you disable a front stack right there. As Tosis now looking for a long shot, that'll just be a little bit wide. Recovered again by Tosis, who will send it back to Niles. Niles making his way in. Now we'll send it across to Stoti. Stoti ducking, going across to BK, and BK taking the shot by a lovely save from Conrad, as Conrad sends it back out through the mid. Now recovered by Stoti, but stunned out by Yogsy. A 1-on-2 it looks like on the goalie, as rest of Envy get back, but not able to stop that cutting play, as Martin receives the disc and sends it to the goal for another 2 points. Envy now just in the lead by just 7. So Everest are able to put on some more points again. They've regained their momentum, but with less than 2 minutes remaining, they're going to have to be fairly fast if you want to, again, close this gap of 7, which is still a big gap. And a big task to, you know, against a team like Envy, to have to close that gap in less than 2 minutes. As now BK doing some juking, we'll send it back to Niles. Niles getting pressure, we'll just take the shot for the 3. I don't know what's going on with Everest. Normally they have some good defense, but this time they're just leaving open lanes all over the place for Envy. As the Envy now back to that 10-point lead, as you'll have about a minute 15 as we come out these tunnels remaining on the clock. I don't think Everest have enough time to tie this game up or take it even, but maybe they can still put on some momentum, as that doesn't look good as they mess up their QB. Yogsy does recover it though, sends it down to Bad Elmo, and Bad Elmo takes a shot for 3. 21-14 now in favor of Envy, a lead by 7 again, but with less than a minute remaining. Probably won't have enough time, but again, like I mentioned, Everest want to regain some momentum. They had some momentum, then it kind of went down a little bit. It's kind of an up and down, it seems, so far for Everest with their momentum. Putting on points, and then they're having periods of time where they are really messing up badly, and then it just goes back to being good plays. Which, you know, again, that's a recurring theme with Everest this game, though. They are constantly leaving the goal open. That could have been another 3 for Niles. As he does pick it up, Niles. Now sending this one forward again through the mid. Looks like Envy with an open goal, maybe taking one last shot. They will take one last shot, but no more points. As Yogsy, looks like they do get a final 2 points. Not sure who that was, but Yogsy getting a nice save there at the end, but just getting stolen by Tosis, it looks like, to put in the final 2 points to give them the lead by 9. So Envy taking his first round by 9. And for the side of Everest, it's not looking too good. I mean, they're having their ups and downs a lot. Like, they have their good moments, and then they have the bad moments. And it goes back to the good moments. But in the first half, I think they took too much round, just going a little bit. Well, they let Envy pile on too much points, I think, early on. So by the time they actually started getting their good moments again, which was more frequent towards the end or in the second half, you know, they weren't able to come back. And against a strong team like Envy as well, it's difficult. So you want to have that momentum. So hopefully they still have a bit of momentum from that last round. They weren't able to, from what it seems, they weren't able to put on too much. As, you know, they got one goal, a 3-pointer, but then back inside of Envy again. Or rather Everest. Envy had it there again. So let's hope maybe Everest can surprise us and turn it around. Turn it around in this second round. As we will be getting into the second round. And is Everest missing the joust completely. Envy getting there first, ultimately. Stoti picks it up, goes for the shot, and places it for the 2. Good start for Envy, not so much for Everest, as I don't see that happen to them often. Everest usually have really good neutral jousts and joust advantages. But that time they completely missed the disc. And which enables Envy to get there first. So now BK able to read that QB, sending it up to Niles. And Niles going for the shot. That'll just be a little bit off, as now it is recovered by Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo doing a bit of juking. We'll send it down over to Martin the third. Martin the third just doing a little bit of a twirl around as he turns around. We'll send it over to Stoti though. Stoti, of course, with the interception as BK looks for the shot, but is stopped by Bad Elmo and Conrad. Yogsy now looks for the clear. Maybe that Everest stack is coming through. Maybe they can beat that Envy stack. And they do just that. Martin the third picks it up and goes for the shot and ties it up. 2-2 now. Envy not quite able to get the read on that bounce, and Everest were. And then the stun on the goalie, Martin the third able to put that one in for the 2. As now it is Envy with joust advantage. It will be Tosis to QB, just taking his time again, like we've seen from Tosis. Just loves to bait in that stack, and he does it very well. That time he doesn't. Yogsy able to intercept it, but Tosis recovers it right back as he sends the slap through. Goes all the way through, takes some good bounces in the hands of, I believe that was Stoti, sending the slap forward. As now Conrad recovers it, sends a pass up to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo looking for the clears. That every stack is ready. Instead, the pass will come through and the clear will come through. That Envy stack just getting messed up, I guess, by the bounce there. Martin the third losing it, and BK able to steal it back. As now he looks for the clear, not quite going to be out, but that Envy stack is on the disc. Niles picks it up, sends it right back through into the Everest side. And now recovered by Bad Elmo. Everest already looking stronger in the second round. You know, they're having a bit more of a back and forth. And they're able to pick up the disc and get some plays. And they're not getting beat to the disc as much as they were in the first round. Speaking of Everest looking better, Martin the third puts on another 2 points now. Everest 2 in the lead, 4-2. Everest already looking better. Looks like they needed that break a little bit, but they're looking better. It's more back and forth. Their stacks are there, the passes are there, the clears are through, and they're able to put more pressure onto Envy this time. And the shot coming through from Envy, not quite going to be on target as it bounces off the nest. Recovered by Yogzi. Yogzi now going across to Martin the third. Martin the third just taking his time again, backing it out. Well, it's what he likes to do, just take it slow. And in the lead, it's only a 2-point lead, but it's still a lead, and they want to keep that. As now the clear comes through all the way back into Envy's side, but that Envy stack is there first again. Well, not again, but not able to get the read on that disc, as now BK receives the pass, looks for the shot momentarily, and he will go for maybe the bounce pass, or maybe the bounce shot. Not quite sure which one that was, but nonetheless, neither will connect, as it will be not recovered by BK, just out of his reach. But again, not again. I mean, in the end, he will be able to recover it. Stoti now sending it across to Tenals. Tenals making his way forward, going up to Tozis. Tozis now looking for maybe the cut pass again. He will go to... Instead, he will go to Stoti. Stoti going up to BK. BK getting pressure, able to dodge that defender just out of his reach and put it in for the 2. So now tied up again, 4-4. It's already looking better though for Everest, because at this point, Envy were already reading their joust and piling on a lot of points, which made it more and more difficult for Everest. But to be tied up 4-4 at this point Everest is already looking better, aside from this joust, which they nearly had stolen off of them by Envy. Really close. But Envy able to read that. Clears to Niles, receives the pass, now goes across to BK. BK now just playing it slow, will go across to Niles. Niles going down to Stoti. Stoti doing a bit of a juke and will send it below for the 2 points. Envy regaining the lead now by 2 points, 6-4. As it will be Everest taking his joust advantage yet again. Hopefully this isn't the moment, or hopefully for Everest at least, this isn't the moment where Envy starts to pile on loads of points as the joust comes through. Conrad sending it forward down to Yogzi. Yogzi now going across up to Martin the third. And Martin the third going across to Bad Elmo, and Bad Elmo will just back out to Yogzi. Yogzi doing a bit of a duck, and he will send it past the goalie for the 2. So a good response from Everest. And they're looking much stronger this round. After that first round, you know, you might have not have thought Everest could bring us into a third, but it's looking more and more possible that they could take the second round, make it an OT, or just full-on take it and bring us to a third. As now Envy takes that just advantage. BK receives a pass, sends it back to Tenals. Tenals going across over to Stoti. Stoti not able to pick that one up, and that Everest stack is on the disc. Yogzi recovering it for Everest. Is now Yogzi will just go across to Martin the third. Martin the third getting pressured and able to... Well, Stoti able to get the read. We'll go across to Niles, and Niles putting it in for the 2. A good play there, shows why they're a good team. A nice quick cut pass, and Niles sending it in for the 2. Envy regaining that lead now by 2. And Everest have their just advantage again. Now let's see if they can do what they did before and put on another 2 points, as actually they mess up the joust. Envy nearly getting there again before Everest, as Yogzi sends it up to Martin the third, but Envy just reading the joust again. Now sent down to Niles, and Niles just outside the bubble will place it for a 3. And this is what happened last round. Envy has started to read the joust and put on more points, except this time it's much later. They're in the lead by only 5 this time, so Everest still have a good chance with just under 3.5 minutes remaining. They still have a good chance, as Bad Ammo picks it up. Maybe an open goal, not quite sure, as he does maybe take the shot. Recovered though by Tozis. Tozis trying to slap this one out. Not quite going to go through as BK picks it up. Sends the long shot. Maybe Yogzi is hot on the heels, but not quite fast enough, as he just painfully watches that 3-pointer from 41 meters go in. So Envy now in the lead by 8. They're getting on a strong lead, so Everest need to start picking up the pace. They need to not make so many mistakes, as now they get a good joust coming out again. Conrad sending this one forward up to one of his teammates, not quite sure, but messing up that second pass, and BK able to recover it. You don't want to just mess up. You can't mess up rather, any passes against a team like Envy, because they messed up one pass and Envy nearly had a goal because of it. But luckily, Everest sent it right back into that Envy bubble. A race for the disc, as it is Conrad. All right, sorry, Martin the third getting there first. Conrad receives at the backline though. Now Conrad making his way forward slowly. Is getting pressured. He will send a short pass up to Yogsy. Yogsy going across to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo will get stunned out. And that shot coming through. That slow shot and is saved by Niles, I believe. As the clear does come through. Niles picking it up. Going for a long shot. It'll just be a little bit off as now bouncing back out. Yogsy getting stunned out quickly. Stoti picking up the disc. We'll just send the back pass over to Toes. Toes now going down below to Niles. Niles losing it on the block momentarily, but able to recover it. Now sends it up to Stoti. Stoti just out of reach of that defender. Toes recovers the back pass. Going for the shot, but just dinging it as it is recovered by Stoti. Stoti gets stunned out by Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo recovers it this time, maybe going for a long shot, but can't take those against Envy. They have a really fast stack as Niles loses track in there, giving Everest a moment, but Everest not quite fast enough, but receiving the intercept and sending it into the bubble. Yogsy puts it in for the 2. That looked like it was maybe even going in off the bounce, so it could have been even a 3 as we approach this final minute of the second round. They have to get 6 more points, which if they're fast enough, just 2 3s, I think it's still possible, but they have to be really fast, and it's going to be against Envy. It's going to be insanely difficult as Conrad gets the intercept, send it right back, but Niles puts it right back into Everest's zone, and if Everest score, or rather Envy score here, then it'll probably be a GG's to Everest as Stoti losing it. We'll send it across though behind the back. Not quite going to be on target, but recovered by BK. BK sends this one forward up to Niles. Niles doing a spin, going for a shot and puts it in for the 2. Envy now up by 8. Less than 30 seconds remain. And it looks like Envy will take this one in 2. Everest won't have enough time. They'll have enough time for maybe 1 goal. And of course, last time I checked, you can't score 8 pointers. So that will be it. But maybe Everest can put on some more points, or maybe not. As Stoti recovers it, sends it forward. And just a bit off, but recovered by BK, who will place it in off the head of Conrad to get that 10-point lead. I think they've had 10-point leads in both rounds now. So it will be Envy taking this game into a roller coaster, if I do say so myself. Envy, or rather, Envy and Everest having a close game at the start of both rounds, but then Envy able to take it away, and Everest put on a few points here and there, but obviously not enough to catch up to Envy. So a good match nonetheless. It was fairly fast, and Everest had a few chances, but unfortunately not enough, or they weren't able to capitalize on them. So with that being said, that will end off our second game, and we have one more game coming to you. And for our third and final game, I believe we have 42-0 playing against the Howling Wolves. So should be a good game as well. Not massive, so maybe not as crazy as this, but still around gold, I think, last time I checked. Both teams again from last season, coming in from season 3, so some fairly experienced players now, some fairly experienced players within the teams. They have some good chemistry, so I'm hoping to see a good match. So for now, we'll see you guys there in a few minutes.
VRware. Our passion is for the future. hardware. Our passion is for the future.
Hello everyone and welcome back to VRML Channel 2 for our third and final game. We'll be bringing you 42-0 versus the Howling Wolves, as I mentioned earlier, around a gold matchup. So it should be a pretty good match. Like, both teams, as I mentioned earlier, are coming in from Season 3, and they were teams since Season 3, sometime in Season 3. So should hopefully be a good match. They both did fairly decent as well back in Season 3. don't exactly know how well they did, but as I said, something like gold, around gold, mid gold, high gold, something like that. So should be a fairly good match. And we will hopefully get started soon here, as we'll just ping the teams to get them readied up, and we'll be getting into this game. Hopefully, it's probably going to be a step down from the last game. Let's be honest, the last game was pretty intense, but I'm sure it's going to be a good one nonetheless. I mean, we can't discount these lower teams because you never know. There might be one team that will just come out strong, and this season maybe have the potential for Master, or at least getting the opportunity to get into Master. So with that being said, we'll be going into this first round. 42-0 on the orange side and the Howling Wolves on the blue side. The countdown coming to an end and the match coming to a beginning, as it is 42-0 getting their first Skag. Slapping this one forward, and he does recover it, sends this one forward up to Celestial Moon. Of course, Celestial Moon is on the other team with the interception up to Baba Jaw. Baba sending it back to Trixie, Shadow Trixie, but losing it off the stun. Itris able to put it in for the first two, 42-0. Starting this one off with the early lead.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The casters aren't in their game yet. Well, we are, of course, but this is not our game. This is the game, their game, the players' game, you know, not our game. So now it will be Celestial Moon stacked with Babajaw just waiting, as they may be looking for a dribble attempt. Not quite going to work out, but the stun comes through. Django sending this one backwards. Corrupted. Send this one forward up to Shadow Trixie. Shadow Trixie now looking out for those players behind him. We'll send it forward, but straight in the head of Yamari, actually. Getting that save off the head, as now the clear attempt comes through. Yamari picks it up, sends this one forward, all the way up into the Howling Wolves side, and Sky going for the shot, but not quite going to be on target, as Babajaw now slaps this one away. Recovered now by Yamari. Yamari tries to send this one up to the backboard, not quite going to be on target. Shadow Trixie now recovers it and goes for the clears. Clears going to be good all the way out, and recovered by Celestial Moon with the stack. Going off the backboard, but a good save from Yamari, who will send this one behind the back, straight in the hands of Shadow Trixie. Shadow Trixie going up to Celestial Moon, but Celestial not quite able to get their hands on it, as now it is recovered again. Itris gets the stun off though, sends it right back into the other zone, into the zone of the Howling Wolves, and picked up by Django, I believe that is, going for the shot, but just a little bit off, as it does float back out into the zone of Howling Wolves, as it does get slapped forward. Now recovered by Babajaw again. Babajaw looking for the clear. That one's going to be all the way through back into the 42-0 zone, as those stacks come flying through, but not quite on target to the disc, as Itris looks to track it down, and he picks it up, sends it up to the stack of 42-0 Skag and Django as they look for a dribble. Going off the ceiling, Skag not getting there first, he does get stunned up, but instead Django going off the backboard, but not quite connecting his shot. Now is going to be picked up by Babajaw. Babajaw making his way forward, looking out for that stack coming to pressure him, and he does jump that first player, dodges that second player, sends it forward. There's a bit of a panic pass / clear into the shield, but it will end up in the hands of Corrupted, who does get stunned out by Skag, it looks like. And Skag picks it up and sends this one forward. The Howling Wolf stack is there first. Babajaw able to get the slap, but Skag able to recover it. Sends the pass down to the Itris. Itris now going up to Django on the shield, and Django finishing this one off. 4-0 in favor of 42-0. As now is the Howling Wolves again taking this Jazz advantage. And now bounce shot nearly going in. It will be recovered by Celestial Moon. Celestial just going back to Shadow Trixie. Shadow now making his way forward. We'll go across to Celestial Moon again. Celestial trying to find the wall. Eventually will find it. And sending the pass across to Baba Jaw now. Baba Jaw will just make his way forward, taking his time, not getting pressure so he can just make his way in. Doing a bit of a jump and a duck, and he places it in for Howling Wolves' first 2 points of the game, 42. Now it will be 42-0's first Jazz advantage. Let's see what they do with it, and let's see if Howling Wolves can make a comeback and tie this game up as we do approach this second half of this first round. And the pass comes through up to Django. Django sending the long pass up to Yamari. Yamari going for a shot, just gonna be a little bit off as is recovered by Itris. Itris going up to Yamari. Yamari taking the shot, but again a bit off as it is recovered now by Django. Django making his way in now, goes up to Yamari again. Yamari not quite able to pick this one up. This time wasn't expecting the pass maybe as the player tries to slap it out again, picked up by Django. Django going up to Itris. Itris now going for the shot, but a nice stop from Shadow Trixie. Not quite good on the clear, but Baba Jaw picks this one up, tries to go for the clear, and it is through into the middle as it is slapped forward now by one of the players of Howling Wolves. Celestial Moon able to recover it again. Now just taking their time on the popcorn area there up in the top corner. Celestial Moon making their way forward, just a back pass over to Shadow Trixie now. Shadow Trixie back over to Moon. Moon now going down to Corrupted, but Corrupted not quite long enough, I guess, to reach that. As now Shadow Trixie getting pressure, will get the ender off. And he's just making his way into the bubble now as he does go for the shot. And Howling Wolves able to tie this game up 4-4.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
And now 42-0 Itris sending this one forward, but recovered by the Howling Wolves as the clear comes through. Corrupted, able to put this one in for another 2. So now Howling Wolves taking the lead by 2 points. It's 6-4. And it looks like the team names on the cast are wrong, so hopefully Wolfo can quickly fix that up. It is 42-0 on the orange side and Howling Wolves on the blue side. For all of you that are confused. It's now Itris sends a pass up to Skag. Skag taking his time, trying to fake out that stack. We'll go with the pass across to Itris. Itris getting pressure, doing some jumping up to the roof, and we'll just send it up forward, but that Howling Wolf stack is there first. Going for the clear is Corrupted VR, I believe, as now the clear does come through, and Baba Jaw picks it up on an open goal. We'll just put it in. Probably a little bit more movement, etc. than was needed there, but nonetheless, they will still get the 2 points. So now Howling Wolves in the lead by 4.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
And looks like they've gained some momentum, able to take the lead now. A fairly strong lead is now 42-0. Mess up their QB. Yamarita will send this one forward and out. And 42-0 looking to track it down. Not quite going to be able to pick it up though. Shadow Trixie picks it up. Does get stunned out though by a player. I believe it's Skag is now. Baba Jaw recovers it for Howling Wolves. We'll send this one forward. It will be in the hands of Corrupted. Corrupted making their way into the bubble, but just going to ding as Celestial Moon recovers it. Sends the pass up to Shadow Trixie. Shadow Trixie maybe looking for a shot, but gets stunned out by Skag. Skag sending it out, but Baba Jaw recovers it again, doing some juking. Jukes out all the players. Gets stuck on the shield though and loses it to Itris, who will look for this clear all the way back. And that stack from 42-0 is there, but looks like a headbutt maybe comes off, and that shot not going to be good as now Itris making his way in, doing a bit of jumping, goes for a panic shot into the hands of Shadow Trixie, and Shadow clearing this one out, picked up by Baba Jaw. Baba Jaw sending this one off the ceiling in the hands of Django, who will get stolen by Shadow Trixie. Shadow Trixie going for a shot off the backboard, but not going to be on target as Skag's able to slap this one out, and a bit of a misread by Corrupted VR is not able to read the disc, and the clear does come through for the side of 42-0 into the side of Howling Wolves, nearly going in, and this one will be in as Skag places it in for a 2. So we'll have less than a minute remaining now for 42-0 to get 2 more points to tie this game up. Or if they get a 3, then they will most likely take it. And for Howling Wolves, all they have to do is they just have to keep the possession, really. They can't really give it up to 42-0 as they go for a quick dribble play down to the ground, through all the way. Corrupted VR sends it in for a 2, making it harder for 42-0 to make a comeback, but still, I think they have just about enough time. Maybe they have to be really quick to score 4 points, though. The first one has to come, like, in the next 10 seconds, this first goal. So they're going to have to be really quick about going about this. And if they can't, then at least they want to get some momentum, as Itras, with a bit of a self-pass, will send this one up across the ceiling. And recovered by Howling Wolves. Howling Wolves send this one forward. And they don't have enough time to make a comeback, but maybe 42-0 can regain some kind of momentum to go into the second round with, as they're clearly not quite going to be out. Babajo sends this one up to the ceiling, and it will be Howling Wolves taking this first round 10-6, a good 4-point lead to start them off. So a good comeback from Howling Wolves, as 42-0 early on were up by 4 points, 4-0. But Howling Wolves seem to start to adapt to 42-0's plays and countered them, and they just had more opportunities on the goal where they actually were able to get points off. Whereas 42-0, they had some panic shots which just gave away the possession. We saw some shots just straight on a goalie, which probably shouldn't have happened, because then they just gave away possession, and Howling Wolves just got the clear, got the stack through, and were able to get points off of it. So I think 42-0, they need to just relax a bit. They might be starting to feel a bit of pressure, so they just need to relax and get some good passing plays in, get the passes around the bubble, and some cut plays to get it around that goalie and around that defense. Because now we will go into the second round, and it will be 42-0 getting the headbutt first, but we'll bounce right back out into the mid, into the hands of Skag now sending this one forward, but into the hands of Shadow Trixie now going up to Babajo now sending this one through, but we'll just bounce back into the hands of Yamari taking his time now. We'll just go forward to the ground, actually send the clear all the way through, but back in the hands of Shadow Trixie will get the pass up to Celestial Moon. Celestial now getting the clear up to the ceiling and bouncing back down, and it is just a 1v0 on the bubble, but a headbutt coming through. It looks like maybe off of a teammate's head, denying that backboard shot. So now Babajo just waving at the enemy team as he does have this, doing a bit of dancing as the disc slowly floats away from him. Eventually picks it up again as he keeps on dancing. Does get pressure, so he does get the pass down to Celestial Moon. Celestial Moon going to Shadow Trixie, who's just hanging off the goal, and Shadow slams it in for the 2 to start off Howling Wolves 2-0.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So now it will be 42-0. Taking just advantage. Itras will send this one up to Yamari going forward, but not quite able to connect the pass. Maybe it was just a clear. Nonetheless, it is recovered by Babajo. Babajo will clear this one all the way back through. Maybe it looks like it is on target, actually, to go in. Actually, no, just bounces off the bottom a little bit. Shadow Trixie going for a shot, but that was going to be a miss as it now goes up to Celestial Moon. Celestial Moon going back down to Babajo. Babajo doing a bit of duking. Will go for the shot and somehow places it in the left pocket past the goalie. I'm not sure what happened there, but from 11 meters, able to get the 3. So now Howling Wolves 5-0. 42-0, taking that just advantage. Looks like they're going for a bit of a dribble as they do manage to get it. Itras now goes for the pass up to Skag. Skag Getting pressured. We'll go for a panic shot again. Maybe a pass. Maybe he didn't see that defender. There's now the slap clear, not quite going to be out. Recovered by Yamari. Going up to Itriz. Itriz getting pressured 1-on-2, but gets stolen by Babjaw. Babjaw now recovers it. As he does get the clear all the way back through. Recovered by Corrupted VR. Corrupted VR going up to Celestial Moon, but Celestial Moon not quite able to reach it, and is recovered by Django. Django now sending this one forward and out all the way. Recovered again by Itriz. Itriz just going down to Skag. Skag doing a bit of juking, making his way in, but losing the disc. And Corrupted able to slap this one out of the bubble. And now Babjaw picks this one up, looking to send this one out, but not going to be quite out as it is recovered by Skag. Skag goes across a long pass up to Itriz. Itriz now making his way in, goes up to Django. Django trying to make the shot, but we'll just ding, and Corrupted VR again. Getting a slap away as now it is picked up by Babjaw. Babjaw looking for the clear, not quite going to be out though, as it is recovered by Itriz. Itriz gets stunned out. Django though, there to pick it back up. Yamari gets the pass and he sends it in. 4-2 to put 42-0 on the board. First 2 points of this second round for 42-0. So now just a 3-point lead. Still plenty of time remaining on the clock. As it is the Howling Wolves taking Joust advantage. Celestial Moon to QB. We'll just do a bit of juking around. Try not to lose a disc. They want to make sure they don't lose a disc in their side, especially on an open goal, because that could mean an easy comeback for 42-0, an easy 3 and a comeback. As now Shadow Trixie looks for the pass down to the ground, not quite going to connect as Itriz recovers it and gets it cleared out. Babjaw is there first though, looking to get stacked with Celestial Moon, looking for a dribble, not quite going to go where they wanted it to, nor did they expect it, as now Itriz sends it down below the goal, but Shadow Trixie dives out and able to pick that interception up. As he looks to send it through, Babjaw recovers it off the bounce, sends it all the way through. Maybe a long shot, just bouncing off the shield though. Recovers it again, maybe goes for a shot, but not quite going to be on target, as the clear does come through from the 42-0 side. But Babjaw recovers it again, jumping all over the first player. Just gets the pass across, a nice little bounce pass over to Corrupted VR. Corrupted now going up to Celestial Moon, but Django with a good interception. Now recovers it. Tries to go for the clear, not quite going to be out. Shadow Trixie recovers it again, goes for the quick pass up to Celestial Moon. Celestial Moon going below, but a good dive from Itriz intercepts that pass, but gets it straight back in the hands of Shadow Trixie. Shadow Trixie now gets it over to Celestial Moon. Celestial Moon going across to the teammate, but the teammate not quite able to pick it up. Not sure who it was as the slap comes through now. Gonna be actually all the way through, and that stack from 42 is their first. Itriz looking to send it forward, but we'll just bounce up top, as now Babjaw gets a slap forward through the mid into the hands of Celestial Moon, who will send this one even further forward, as it is now recovered by Itriz. Itriz taking his time, will actually lose it to Babjaw. Babjaw 1-on-1 with the goalie, will take the backward shot, but will ding as Django recovers it and looks for the clear all the way back out. Now a loose disc. Will be Skag getting there first, making his way in. Will look for some jukes, but Babjaw will not fall for it as he steals it right out of his hands, gets a stun on him, and sends the clear all the way through, which is picked up by Django, but stunned out by Babjaw, who is stunned out by Skag, and Skag clears it through. Not quite all the way, but Itriz recovers it, sends it all the way through this time. And now recovered by Yamari, who goes for the bounce pass up to Django, and Django just missing the goal as he was floating backwards. Itriz recovers it though, on an open goal. Will decide to get the pass up to Skag, who will able to secure them the 2 points. Who is able to secure them the 2 points. So now just a 1-point lead to Howling Wolves as we approach these final 3 minutes of the second round. If Howling Wolves want to take this in 2, then they want to keep possession. They want to make sure they don't miss any more goal opportunities that they get. It's now Babjaw looking to send the pass, not quite going to be on target as it bounces back in the hands of Skag. Skag going for the long shot. This is going to be a bit off. Recovered by Babjaw. Babjaw now sends this one forward but will be in the hands of Yamari. Yamari now making his way forward. Will go up. We'll try to go up to his teammate, but we'll take a hit off some Geo and we'll be bouncing out in the hands of Corrupted VR, who tries to get the slap through. Will actually be past the backline defense, so the first one, but the second one, Django, will recover it and I'll send the pass down to Skag. Skag up to Yamari. Yamari going below, but not able to connect. Django recovers it now again, goes down to Yamari. Yamari going for maybe the shot as Django again recovers it. Making his way in, but a good read from Babajoy, able to place his hands in the right spot. And he gets a clear all the way back out. 42-0 missing the disc, and so do Howling Wolves. Looks like Shadow Trixie does get there first, though, eventually. Now sending the pass down below, but losing it is Corrupted VR in the hands of Django. But Django not able to get the clear as Shadow Trixie gets the read, and he's able to send it in for it too. So Howling Wolves are now back in that 3-point lead as we approach these final 90 seconds of this second round. 42-0 still have plenty of time. They just need a couple goals if they want to bring this to a round 3 or an OT. But they mess up the QB as Celestial Moon sends the long shot. It's going to be good in the left pocket. So now Howling Wolves in the lead by 6 points. Less than 90 seconds remain. So now that's made it a lot harder. One goal from Howling Wolves makes it harder for 42-0 now, as they need to score 6 points. So that's 2 threes or 3 twos to tie it up. As now Celestial Moon just sets it back. Again, if Howling Wolves want to take this, they just need to mainly keep possession. They don't even need to score. They don't even need to get into the 42-0 side, as Baba John tries to do some jukes. Not quite going to work out as Yamari recovers that and gets the clear all the way through, and it will be in the bubble of Howling Wolves. Both teams missing it, and Yamari eventually recovers it, sends it down to Django. Django going up to Skag, and Skag puts it in for a 2. Now just a 4-point lead to Howling Wolves, but with less than 30 seconds remaining, I don't know if they have quite enough time. Actually, I think they won't have enough time, so even if they score a 3, they'll be down by 1 point, and that will be the end of it. No matter who scores, it will be Howling Wolves taking this game in 2. Shadow Trixie picking up, maybe looking for one final shot. Not going to be on target, but with that being said, it will be Howling Wolves taking this game in 2. Great showing there from both teams. Ultimately, Howling Wolves being the stronger team in this matchup, getting just more goal opportunities. Got more goal opportunities that they were able to capitalize off of. And if they hadn't scored that final 3 there, then 42-0 would have had a much better chance. But they screwed up the QB, and well, you know, they got the 3, and even though it's only 1 goal, it's made it a whole lot of a difference. So with that being said, though, thank you all for joining us tonight on this evening of cast. We've had some great games tonight. Hope you've all enjoyed them as much as I have casting them. And with that being said, we'll end this cast off. So we'll see you guys another time, probably tomorrow, because I'm doing some more casts tomorrow. So make sure you tune in then. Peace out.
And we're underway. Save! Steal! Interception!
Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR.